guys, Happy New Year. This is Ronnie Frey and I'm your legacy life partner. I want to talk to you today about words. And I have a question. Do you want to feel stronger, more empowered, and inspired? Well, words have so much power. Be aware of the words that you use on a daily basis and take control of them. You gotta be careful and pay attention to what you're saying because words have such a huge impact on your thoughts and your actions and even on your feelings. So saying, I have to, that's language of duty. It's often said with a sigh. I have to go to work. It can become really pessimistic. Try this instead. Say, I get to. That's a language of privilege. Say, I get to go to work today, and see how much different your day will go. Okay, saying something is hard. It's so hard to, or it's gonna be so hard. Well, life can be seemingly hard, but of course it's gonna be hard because you just gave yourself permission for it to be hard. Saying something is hard just makes it hard for you. One of my favorite sayings goes, the mind conspires to achieve what the eyes and ears have seen and heard. Okay, failure. There's no such thing as failure. I call it feedback. Failure is associated with stress and hopelessness, and feedback produces growth. There's something to learn really in every situation, and someone who is constantly learning can never be a failure. Okay, here's one, the word hope. The word hope means a feeling of expectation and desire for a certain thing to happen. And it's not really a negative word per se, but it's not as strong as it could be. How about saying the word believe instead of hope? Believe means to accept something as true and to feel sure of the truth of. So I've been using the phrase I believe instead of I hope, and taking phrases that we normally hear and changing a word in them to have more impact when somebody hears it. For example, change I hope you have a great day to I believe you're gonna have a great day. Then you can even instill that belief in someone else. You can have an effect on someone else. And while we're talking about having a great day, I want to encourage you to have days that are what I call journeys. You can discover so many new things each day if you're open to it and if you're aware of living this way. Remember, I get to do this or I get to do that. It's really all about you, and you decide what kind of day you're going to have and who gets to influence it. Okay, my least favorite word is try. It's really a wrong word. It means to make an attempt or an effort to do something. Just eliminate this completely from your vocabulary and say the word do instead. Do means to perform or to achieve and to complete. So instead of saying, I'm trying to do this, or I'm gonna try to do that, you can say, I'm working towards it. Or better yet, just say, I'm doing it. When you say, I'm gonna try, you're just giving yourself permission to not make it. Think about using words of strength and not words that are wishy-washy and weak. And replace negative words with ones that are positive. How about this one? It's too expensive or I can't afford it. That is a lie. Here's the truth. You might not have the money for it, but you can also say this. I believe I can make the money. I can go and make the money to pay for that. Can't. Wrong word. When you're met with a challenge, don't say that you can't do it. You certainly can do it, and it might take some work, but just stop putting yourself down and assuming that you can't complete something. Just give yourself some credit. If you think you're gonna fail from the start, there's really a higher chance that you're going to. Say can. Can means to be able to, and to have the ability and the power or the skill to. And can't simply means I cannot. You can also change can't into I want. I want to learn how to do that. And here's the truth, you can do whatever you want if you work hard enough at it. Here's another one, hate. Bad word, wrong word. It means intense or passionate dislike, to abhor, to loathe or to despise, and hatred. Hate's a strong word and people just throw it around too casually. How often do you say this? Oh, I hate when that happens, or I hate that. It's about as negative of a word as you can get, so don't use it. The less you use this word, the better. It's going to make you a more positive person that sees the good in things. Saying the word honestly, we use honestly to add emphasis. The problem is, the minute that you tell someone that what you are saying is honest, you're implying that the rest of what you're saying is not. Hashtag awkward. It really just cheapens and diminishes what you're saying. Always and never. They sound conceited and they sound closed-minded and arrogant. And they often open the door to criticism regarding inaccuracies. So unless you're giving written commands or instructions, find other words. Always and never are rarely true. So the way that you speak out loud and the way that you speak to yourself in your mind can really severely influence your mood. If you want to be a happier person, you have to think optimistic thoughts. So my message to you today is to say, wrong word. Every time you hear yourself saying one of these, and you will be able to stop using these words that can bring you down. All right, if this had any value for you, please comment below. And if you can think of some other words that are wrong, list them below. Share this with someone that you think it could help. And don't forget to head over to my Facebook page called Legacy Life Partners for more content just like this. And as always, here's to living the legacy life.